Stephen Flynn and his future. So the SNP Westminster leader, we know, announced last week that he wanted to double job, basically get elected to Holyrood in 2026 while holding on to his Westminster gig as well. I think it'd be fair to say that Stephen Flynn's probably undergone the most difficult week of his political career. The backlash within the SNP has been something to behold because he is trying to elbow a female MSP, Audrey Nicholl, out of the way. He's also been accused of undermining the SNP's anti-double jobbing position, which they had in the run-up to the last Holyrood election. And he's also upset the equilibrium that John Swinney has brought to the SNP since he took over, because John Swinney has presided over a fairly united group. Flynn's come in like a bull in a china shop, smashed everything to pieces. And, now what we have is a vote in Holyrood before Christmas that could actually ban double jobbing, that could stop his plan in its tracks. Do you think Flynn's got lessons to learn from the way he's handled this whole episode?
I think that's to put it mildly. Stephen Flynn, as he said in a BBC interview at the weekend, he's a very ambitious individual. He says he's ambitious for Scotland as an SNP politician. He would say that, but he's not hiding the fact that he views himself as the next leader of the party. So whenever John Swinney chooses to ride off into the sunset, Stephen Flynn will be the anointed successor, and you'll be in Holyrood in his mind, ready to step in if and when that happens. But I mean, given the events of the last week, as you just described there so neatly, Paul, I mean, if you were a bookmaker, his odds on becoming leader have lengthened considerably. Because of the few strands to this plan from Stephen that I did find eyebrow raising, particularly when I read the Press and Journal last week, where he chose to give the story on Tuesday. He didn't need to say, I specifically want to win in this seat. So he said he's the MP for Aberdeen South. He says he now wants to be the MSP for Aberdeen South as well. The massive problem there being that there is already a sitting SNP MSP there, and Audrey Nicholl. The fact that he singled out this seat and said, that's what I'm going to take, it's really, really bold, kind of aggressive in a way. And, Audrey Nicholl, former serving police officer, very experienced in public service. She's very thick-skinned. I'm sure, she will be more than capable of putting up a fight against Stephen Flynn if that's how she wants to pursue it. But you must be thinking, if you're in the local party in Aberdeen, going, did you really have to do this, Stephen? Could we not, had a chat privately and found a way around this? If you're really that keen to go to Holyrood, fine. But let's go about this in a more quiet and subtle manner than the plan you've now unleashed on us.